Thanks so much, Katie.
Absolutely.
And I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to everyone. It's not always easy to prioritize ourselves and take time out for self-care. You might even be thinking right now, I don't have time for this, or maybe you want to be watching TV or something else. So just giving yourself a little bit of credit for taking a proactive role in taking care of yourself. It's no small thing with all the demands on our time and our resources. So what I thought I would do tonight is a series of mini practices. Mindfulness meditation is often taught as a longer meditation, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even longer. But mindfulness is available to us at any moment during the day. So I like to teach it in short moments many times. So I'll be guiding us in a series of what we might call mini practices that you can sprinkle into your day as a way of coming back to the present moment and just a little bit of resetting the nervous system. Now, does anybody have any questions before we get started?
I love that though.
Okay. So let's just begin by taking a comfortable seated posture. Your legs don't have to be crossed. You don't have to be on the floor. Really, our intention is to create a posture that helps us to be awake and also at ease. No small thing. So I like to suggest feet flat on the floor, and then feeling for aligning the back of your spine and the back of your neck and the back of your head. So you might be leaning against the back of the chair. You might be sitting up forward. And then resting your hands comfortably on the tops of your legs, or maybe on the arms of your chair, but we're just not crossing anything. Sometimes that creates tension. And then if you'd like to close your eyes, that's a possibility. You could also just take a soft downward gaze. Sometimes if we're sleepy at this time of night, it's better to keep them open a little bit. Otherwise, we drift into sleep. And we're going to begin with a mindful check-in. So simply feeling the body sitting here. Noticing the sensations of sitting. How do you know that you're sitting? Feeling the pressure, maybe contact with the floor, the sense of the spine being upright, knowing too that you could choose to do this lying down or even standing up. So we're going to check in the same way. Do you ever do this? You go out in the morning to check the weather, like you open the door, you stick your head out. We're going to go internal and see what's the internal weather. So the first exploration is what's happening in the body right now. It's bringing a sense of curiosity and interest. Is there an overall sense of restlessness, or maybe there's calm? There might be fatigue. There might be strong sensation. There might be areas of absence of sensation. So not thinking about it, but just getting a sense of the feeling tone, the texture, the language of sensation. Maybe pulsation, movement, tingling. So we're recognizing and just allowing whatever's here to be here. Knowing that what we resist persists. and what we can feel will heal. So just allowing. And then moving to the mind space, checking in with the quality of the mind. Is it clear, cloudy? Is it busy with lots of thoughts, or maybe more spacious? Do you feel present or more distracted or somewhere in between? And now moving to check in with the emotional landscape. What's here for you emotionally right now? Is there a feeling, an emotion that stands out? And if so, just recognizing, you might even name it. Oh, this is calm. Oh, this is frustration. Oh, this is boredom. So once we've checked this internal weather, bringing in a sense of allowing. Notice how you're meeting your experience. Can you bring a kind and friendly attitude to whatever's here, knowing that our experience changes moment by moment? So having checked in, we're going to shift to the next practice, which is mindful movement. So I'll be guiding us in gentle movement practices, movement with breath. And a couple things are important here. Now, the first is to really be guided by your own inner wisdom rather than my directions. So if there's a movement, something that doesn't feel right to you tonight, just let it go. Just let it go and listen to your body. And knowing that you can skip whatever we're doing, maybe take some time to take some mindful breaths. It's been shown that even imagining doing some movement and stretching is helpful. So you have lots of options. So let's begin by bringing the attention to the shoulders. And as you're ready, on an in-breath, lifting the shoulders up toward your ears, and then squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then dropping the shoulders down, moving them forward. So some nice big shoulder rolls. You might notice a little snap, crackle, pop, but just going so slow that you can feel each segment of the movement. If you find any places that feel a little bit tight, maybe moving a little bit more slowly there. Letting the arms and hands move freely. Make sure you're breathing. And then pausing. And then moving in the opposite direction. So right now, there's nothing to do. There's no place to go. Just letting the sensations in the body call your attention. And maybe one more, and then just come to pausing. And feel that transition from movement to stillness. And as you sit, sensing any impressions Any impressions in the head, neck, and shoulders from the shoulder rolls? What do you notice? What do you feel? Where do you feel it? And now scooting forward, sitting a little bit more forward in your chair, and you can put your hands on the sides of your chair or on your knees. And we're going to work a little bit with movement with the breath and also opening the spine. So as you breathe in, lightly, just a little bit arching the back and looking up towards the ceiling, but not too much of a bend in the neck. And then as you exhale, rounding the spine and bringing the chin to the chest. Now continue inhaling, arching the back and looking up, but not looking up too far. And exhale, rounding. So continue on your own, lifting as you inhale and folding as you exhale. Just using the right amount of effort. We're so used to pushing and trying hard. Maybe you dial it back and do about 75%. The right amount of effort for how you feel today. Maybe do a couple.
Robin, sorry, you're on mute. I did something. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so pausing here. I just notice maybe the tingling, pulsation. What do you feel in your spine and your back? Now we're going to do a gentle spinal twist. Really important to listen to your body here and to do that right amount of effort. Now, pushing too hard, sometimes we get ourselves injured. This is not about pushing too hard. It's about doing a little bit at a time and even dialing back the effort. We're changing that habit of pushing ourselves. So on your in-breath, just sitting up tall, lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, gently turning from the hips to the left. So just the hips turn, and then maybe a little bit of the ribs. And if it feels right, you can bring your right hand on the outside of your left leg. And we'll take a couple breaths here. So inhaling, feeling the length of the spine. And as you exhale, just a gentle twist of the spine. Soft with the neck. Just enough to feel the muscles kind of squeezing together, increasing the circulation here. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, turn just a little bit. Breath is smooth and fluid. So breathing in, lengthening. And this time on your exhale, slowly floating back to center. Pausing here. Maybe feel the difference between the right side and the left side. Do they feel different at all? This curiosity about the body really helps us to shift out of the thinking mind. Notice things that we don't typically notice. Can you feel any difference between the side that we just twisted to and the other side? Now, once again, intentional deep breath, sitting up tall. And then on the exhalation, gently turning from the hips and the ribs now to the right. And if it's available, putting the left hand outside of the right knee. And then letting the breath guide you. So breathing in, lifting, lengthening. And on the out breath, just a little bit of a twist here. And just checking to see that your chin is in line with your chest. We don't want to be twisting the neck too much. Breathing in, lifting, and the out breath, gently twisting. And then inhale, lifting, getting real tall, and on the exhalation, floating back to center. What are you noticing now in the spine, the back muscles, maybe even the shoulders? Slowing down and coming to the body. It's like taking a break for the nervous system, really. Helps us to reset. So we'll do one more slow movement. So this time letting the arms be alongside your body. Feeling the weight of the arms. And on the next in-breath, lifting the arms up towards the sky. As far as they go comfortably, you might be more like a cactus, that's fine. And on your next out breath, slowly let them float down. So timing it so your arms move in sync with your breath. Do a couple more just like that. Breathing in, floating up. Breathing out, floating down. So just continue at your own pace, letting your breath guide and pace the movement. And notice if you're struggling to make it any particular way, just using that right amount of effort. So any more effort and you'd be straining yourself, any less effort and you wouldn't be getting a good stretch. And then the next time your arms come down, floating your hands onto the tops of your legs and maybe adjusting your posture. And sitting still now like a mountain. Sensing the results of the movements we just did. If you're listening to the language of sensation, what is your body telling you right now? So we'll move into what we call the mountain meditation. Again, this is another nice micro practice you can do anytime, anywhere. So sitting upright and stable, like a mountain. Embodying those qualities of a mountain. Solid, still, rooted. You might even envision a mountain in your mind's eye, perhaps a mountain that you've seen in a painting, or maybe even one from your life that you've seen on a trip, or maybe where you live. And embodying these qualities of the mountain, where the head becomes the lofty peak and the shoulders, the slopes of the mountain, and the feet and the hips, the stable base. So breathing in and breathing out as a stable, steady, grounded mountain. On the mountain, things are virtually changing every moment. There's weather patterns. Night turns to day, day turns back to night, the colors change, the light changes, but the mountain remains the same. So letting sounds in your environment come and go, maybe even thoughts in your mind or sensations in your body. Embodying the energy of the mountain, letting all that come and go, just like weather patterns on the mountain. Maybe sensing how you might be able to observe the feelings coming and going like clouds in the sky, or maybe thoughts coming and going like clouds in the sky, with an inner stability, an inner stillness. Just being here now. There might be dark clouds, maybe a bad mood, a difficult emotion, or maybe more like white, fluffy clouds, feeling calm or bright. It doesn't really matter because it's all like clouds in the sky, changing moment by moment. And we have the opportunity, the choice, the freedom to observe from this place of grounded stillness. And feeling the breath as an anchor. So in a few moments, we'll come to the end of our practice tonight. But I'd like to check in once again, just as we did at the beginning. What are you noticing right now in your body? An overall level of energy? What stands out to you? What's most prominent? Is it any different than when we started? Maybe, maybe not. And how about the quality of your mind state? Clear or cloudy? Has it shifted at all? And what about emotionally? What's here for you now? So much of our inner experience is changing, just like those weather patterns on the mountain. And every time we look, they're a little bit different. And I'll just share the few words from a poem. When the mind is not clouded by ordinary things, this is the best season of our lives. When the mind is not clouded by ordinary things, this is the best season of our lives. Just preparing for the sound of the bell, listening as long as you can hear the ringing. And when the ringing transitions into silence, then transition your attention back to the group.
Thank you so much. Well, I'll tell you, I feel very relaxed and calm. At the end, I could just feel my heartbeat. That's what I felt. So I hope everybody else had the same experience that I did. And we thank you very much. And we thank everyone for joining us. I saw a lot of familiar names on there and names that I also didn't know. So that's great as well. We hope to see you next Thursday for next Thursday is Tai Chi. So Robin, thank you so much. And we'll see you soon.
Okay. Hi, Diane. Thanks for saying hi. Okay. Great to see everyone, and short moments many times.
Yeah, love it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Robin.
You're welcome.